Welcome back to Digimon World Next Order Randomized Part 38? 7? What are we on? I should know this. Hold on. Wait. It's the last part. I have to know this. Oh, also, it's the last part. Shit. When was the last video? Part 37. The final part. Hey, I don't want this to be over yet, but I also realize I can't really stall that much longer. So, off to Boney Resort we go. Actually, I really probably should finish out the day here, just because I want to finish up Rina's quest, and I also want to not have my Digimon be almost dead. Their health is not great. Yeah, this is gonna be it. I don't. Man, it's so much fun. It's just truly like one of the, if not the best Digimon game, and it's so much fun that I get to play a randomizer in it. I'm so glad this exists. And it's been a journey. It's been fun. It's honestly, like, if you want any indication on how much I enjoyed this, we're doing a full plate, like full, this is 100%, like, besides, well, 99, because fuck Darkmon, but, like, I've recruited everyone. I've done all the DLC scenarios. I mean, I haven't done that since the game launched, at least the recording wise. Like, when I did season 2, when I played like a little bit after I played the first time, I came back and I played till I beat the game, but then I didn't really mess around with the extended stories too much. And then when I played again, I got a couple parts into it, and then this one I just went all the way through because it was just so much fun. My favorite pupil, you're not ready for my final training session. Come to the usual place. It'll be tough to be ready. Okay. Yeah, it's just been so delightful to play, and I've enjoyed this so much. And then, you know, I guess I'll just walk over there. It's not that far. I guess I'll also add in that I cannot overstate how incredibly grateful I am for all the people who, like, you know, this video went into your algorithm and you made it all the way through. Like, I guess, hold on, where's the button? There we go. If you saw part 1 and that was the first video you've seen on my channel, and then you made it all the way to the final part, genuinely, please let me know in the comments. Let me know that you're like, this is the first series of yours that I've watched. Anything you want to say, because I'm like, that's awesome. Because genuinely, forgetting the rest of my channel for just a moment, never very long, but just for a moment, it's crazy that you watched 38 videos like in a series. You watched all the way through. I don't know if you binged it. I don't know if you're watching it week to week, but that's incredible. I love that. Not just that you think that I'm tolerable enough to like watch a full series of, but like also that there are people who like Digimon World Next Order this much. I know that people are pretty split on the Digimon World versus Digimon Story games, but I love the World games. I think they're really good. They're really unique. And so just knowing that there are other people who like that is so uplifting, like genuinely, where it's like, A, you really like these kind of games, and B, you really, you're like, okay, well, this guy is tolerable to watch through, and I think that's cool. So please do let me know. Let me know in the comments if you've made it all the way here. Because I do genuinely want to know how many people like made it all the way through.
You're here, my dear apprentice. I can't believe you made it this far.
I did.
I can't start crying yet.
I don't know that you have a crying animation.
Let's get the drum roll this time. It's time to fight the best of the best. All Force V Draymond, also known as
V Draymond? No! I took psychic damage from that. How could you? V Draymond. It sounds like V Raymond. It almost sounds like. It's just like, that's a whole ass human name. Draymond. Oh my god. Wouldn't be Next Order if we didn't get one last Draymond in, I guess. I was just going to comment on how I fucking love All Four Digimon's design, because I'm a big fan of blue with like yellow accents, and I think Ultra Force Digimon is the best Digimon with that. But completely got wrecked by the fucking pronunciation. Jesus Christ. Also, he has a belt for some reason.
You're not ready yet. Whoa, that was pretty cool what I just said.
Man, I really don't like her voice in this game. I just don't. I wonder what she sounds like in Japanese. It's probably the same voice actor that they got for Redigitize, right? Oh, it's right. It's Grand Kuwagwan. Well, okay, I guess. Well, I don't think I even need to power up for this. Wow, level 30, huh? I guess you can complete this quest pretty early. I guess it's not an endgame quest. Oh, no. Oh, and he got back up. Okay. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bam. It's also weird because doesn't Vivi usually talk?
Hey, excellent! Off the hook! I can finally tell you the truth.
I don't remember this at all.
It all started when I intercepted Mirai's
This voice is so grating. I genuinely really like Rena. I like her design, I like her character, and I just like the English voice is just not. It's not there.
After crossing the stormy digital seas, just when I thought we had
Like they go really high pitched, but I'm like I just kind of picture her as being like a gremlin.
the order closed this
Hey.
story. Don't tell Mirai that. That's according to Vivi. If we take O'Reilly, that's how we came up with the idea.
Oh my god, so it was just a. That's all what this was for. It's just to hit Vivi really hard.
Ended up getting built up by a top-grade, pretty little. I see. No way. Mirai.
Yeah.
For a little while now, I guess. Darn. I thought I was.
I think this is the third game where Rena is just a pest to Mirai.
It was a pretty good idea to use that to help you escape.
Alright, later guys.
Sorry if that was a little. What? Hey, apprentice.
Okay, thanks. That's the Old Force Digimon item.
So sorry about that. She'll be back in this digital.
I really do like the dynamic of Rena being like Mirai's begrudging like acquaintance, as she puts it, because they're so opposite. You cleared the add-on scenario. The most beautiful tamer ever arrives. Hooray! That was actually kind of anticlimactic. Oh, why are you laying down? Get the fuck up. What are you doing? All right, off to Bonnie Resort. I probably should take an autopilot back. So another thing I wanted to talk about is, I know I mentioned this a couple times, but I really cannot overstate how crazy it is that like my channel grew 50% from just one game. I've been doing this a while, and it's wild to me that like one video single-handedly, like overnight, like kicked my channel into overdrive. Like I have like more perspective now because it's been a couple months. Oh well, I forgot it being like all red here. That actually is pretty rad. If only this fucking oh, here we go. I was gonna say if only the sign wasn't in the way. Do I have to go pick that up? Like what? Oh yeah, I do. They're all marked on the map. I fucking knew it. I was like, did they put one in the fishing spot? And yes, they did. I think so. Oh, there's a couple of things here. Oh, big Toyota one's here still. Also, this is pretty cool of them. I talked about how there's only so many ways for them to like modify the map, but this is a pretty genius one. Where you just like put like a red filter over the map, and then also like put a big ass like Majora's Mask moon in the background. That's clever. That's a good way to get around it, because like again, there's only so much they can do with this engine. Do relax for a while before you go further. Oh, but that's not very relaxing. I feel like I've been had level 64. Jesus. But yeah, just it's so crazy how much my channel improved from just like one video. I guess it was from the series, but really it is just that first video. I can tell you now because it's been enough time. Digimon World Randomized, or Digimon World Next Order Randomized, Part 1 is my most liked video on my channel. Oh, it's all teleports. Oh, that's so weird. So like I cannot overstate how I'm like, after 12 years of doing this, my most watched video, or my most liked video, came in the 12th year. That's crazy. I can also say that at this point, it's been a little bit slow, but I think the video has over 52,000 views at this point, which is really good. I'm really happy if I get a bit, like usually part 1 of a series that's like does really well is like 5,000. So like getting to 50 is literally 10 times better than anything else. So that's crazy. Oh, is this all like, can I not just like walk up to, can I just like not walk like right up there? I don't know what's going on here. I don't remember these like portals and stuff. So again, I'm just genuinely really grateful. I do have one last story for you because it just happened fucking yesterday. So I have one more story for you just from my strange ass life. So yesterday I went, so I live in Massachusetts, and I went up to Maine for one of my partner's friends' Friendsgiving. And if you don't know what Friendsgiving is, it's just like Thanksgiving, which I know is a Canadian and American thing, but it's basically just like a meal with friends before the like December holidays. And the idea is that it's supposed to be kind of like laid back, relaxed, just hanging out. It's for people who don't really have strong family, but they'd rather celebrate with their friends and family, kind of deal. So I'm very like in favor of the concept. I think this one was a little different. I think it was more of a Thanksgiving that also invited a bunch of friends because it's the person's parents were there, and I'm like, I think that's a different vibe. I think if you have parents there, it stops becoming a Friendsgiving and it's just a Thanksgiving. But that's just me. Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. So to get up to Maine, we were going to take about an hour and 50-minute train ride, and we're going to do a day trip. So we're going to go up there, spend a couple hours there, and then we're going to come back. Oh, there's invisible walls. Oh, again, that's clever. That's a good way to like play with the space. So yeah, we're gonna take the train up there, and we're gonna go there and then come back, and it didn't work out. Well, it did, but it didn't. How do I put this while also dodging Lopmon? I guess I can fight the Lopmon because they're not gonna respawn. So we get there, and we're about, I'm not kidding, like genuinely, we're about 3 minutes from our stop, and the train stops, and we're like, what's going on? And someone goes in one of the conductors goes in the intercom, and they're like, hey, just letting you guys know that we're currently in an emergency status. Oh, they do respawn. Oh no, they're trying to leave and they can't. Just to let you guys know, we're currently in an emergency status. Nobody's in danger. Oh shit, I know these two. I wonder if I get like story content here. Oh yeah. Well, does that count as story content? So you've made it here. Well, just about anyway. The power I borrowed from you and your friends. What was it called? Ah yes, Bond. It took some effort to make it useful, I admit. But look, it's reversed. I've inverted the very principle behind it. Now it fills me with power instead. I call it the Dark Bond. What do you think of that name? It just needed one last pinch of spice, but these should be perfect. Now, see for yourself. It's showtime. Ooh, I didn't like that crunch noise. Man, they really want me to fight these two over and over. Unless this is like the actual showtime. Oh, it is. Okay. I know I've talked about playing with the game engine, but that one felt a little, I don't know. Ooh, if I can up the brightness a little bit, that might be a good thumbnail. He didn't even do the teenage evolution thing. Perfect. I see. This will do nicely. I've attained a new darkness. My Otis spied. No, never mind. Would you give me a moment to think of a name? It's so very important, after all. Ah, no. This part really still awaits. I've got to go back and get ready. So much to do. Come to think of it, you would say this is my own birthday party in a way. Celebrating my birth. Oh, I'm so excited. I've got a present for you inside the house. I have to assume I'm going the right way if I got to this cutscene, so I'll leave it there. It's still weird that he's like... he's still kind of darkened. Okay. So the train stops, and the conductor... this is going to be a hard fight, actually. And the conductor gets the intercom and she's like, oh, there's been an emergency. Nobody's in danger, nothing like that. It's just a technical classification. And the way he described it was he goes... he said something like, everything is fine. It's just that, without going into too much detail, trains have a certain set of rules, and we believe, and we're checking to see if there was been an infraction on one of those rules. Okay, relax, guys. I don't know that if this is the way to make the AI harder. I think it's not that great. But yeah, so they, so he was like, we believe there may have been an infraction. We're investigating. We'll let you know when we have more info. And then the guy walks past me because he was like in our train car to make the call. He walks past me, and I just hear him go, I'm gonna lose my job. And I was like, what? Huh? Excuse me? What? Huh? So we didn't have much info beyond that. We waited for about 40 minutes before we got another update. So in the meantime, I'm like, okay, if I had to guess, I think what happened was because trains and railways in the US have very, very strict guidelines and rules, and they fucking should, because they're dangerous as hell, and companies like to skirt by them all the fucking time. So we should have robust rules. But they were basically like, there's really like two, or there was one main reason where I was first expecting, which is that train operators, both the conductor and the engineering crew, can only work a maximum of 12 hours, which I'm like, yeah, nobody should work past 12 hours. Like, what? But that, specifically with them, because their judgment and their capabilities start to get a little murky after 12 hours. So, which, again, everyone is the same. But, so they're basically... I was like, okay, I wonder if they like mistimed it and they hit 12 hours, because I know for a fact that like trains in the US have to like make a full stop if they go past 12 hours. So I was like, that must have been what it was. And I was like, or I think that's probably what it would be. But then they come back and he gives another like kind of fake kind of thing where he's like, I think... Or he's like, just let you know, we're waiting for a replacement crew before we can move forward. It usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour. We've been waiting 40 minutes already at that point.
Whoa.
Are you okay? You are a toy!
This is...
I don't know why that's been in my head today.
I don't believe it.
I'm Dunzo.
Okay. Donzo?
Listen to this.
An unthinkable evil. It's a curse for the entire digital world. Still, I have faith. We all have faith. We won't let anyone who hurts our friends get away with it. Times like this, our best hope is always you. Yeah, go, fight. Thanks. Take care of Yukimura and Rika. I have a feeling their bond powers return if they can be with their partners. Are you just gonna like piggyback them back? Like how are you? Whatever. So again, we get like a smallish update where he's like, you know, it'll be 45 minutes to an hour. And then after that, one of the other conductors, or maybe the engineer, but it was a different person. I would say like half an hour later, gets on the intercom again. And they go, okay, I'm going to let you guys know what happened. I was like, yes, finally. But he was like, so here's what it was. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. Trains have the equivalent of stop signs. And we did the equivalent of blowing a stop sign. And if that happens, the train enters an emergency situation where it must stop and a crew must be brought in before we can proceed. And so we're going to need to wait for a replacement crew. Oh my god, I think I got reset and I'm pretty upset about it. So we're going to wait for a replacement crew to come in, and then we'll be able to get you folks going. Again, I cannot say it again, that this was like 3 minutes from our stop. And it's so easy for me to be like, Why couldn't they have just gone a couple more minutes and gotten the stop? But then I'm like, no, because these rules should be strict. Because if you just make it like, well, let me get to the next stop, then it gets really easy to just be like, well, just make it to the next stop, even if you're like out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere and the next stop is like 3 hours away and you're already at 12 hours, or you're already at so-and-so. So I'm like, no, those rules, they make sense. We should keep them. But I'm like just annoyed that it happened this way. And so we were on our way to, like I said, to the Friendsgiving, and they were like getting ready to pick us up at the station. And there were like 14 or 16 people there, something like that. And so like we couldn't get in contact with anyone because the person who was picking us up didn't have service. So like they didn't have service, and oh, that sucks. I picked the wrong one again. So we like couldn't contact them. We didn't know everyone who was going to be there, or I should say my partner. I didn't know fucking anyone. I knew my partner's friend, and that's it. I didn't know anyone else in attendance here, which already I was like, just kind of like, just like, I don't want to do that. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. I like how I just guessed it right so many times, and now I can't even replicate my steps. But yeah, so my partner's like reaching out to everyone, trying to like get in contact. Finally gets in contact with someone. Hey, Nelson Bailey, if you're here, let me know in the comments. Finally gets in contact with someone and like lets them know. So they drive over to the station to like let my partner's friend know, and then we get to I'm trying to think now. So now we're waiting, and we've been again, our 1 hour 50-minute train journey has now become roughly like 3.5 hours at this point. And so we got in contact. We're waiting in that. We're just waiting on the world to change. And oh, there's more Piedmon down there. I guess I just skipped him the first time. I guess it's not required, maybe? I think I went to this one last time, right? I think this is correct. This seems like the way I was going. Oh, no, it wasn't. Oh, my God. How did I do this? How did I get it right completely by accident and then fuck up every single time since? Well, plenty of story time. So they don't really give us they get an update where it's like, hey, the crew is on their way. They should be here within like an hour or so. They finally get here. And at that point, we get into the station, and we had left Massachusetts. We'd left Boston at like noon, and we got off the train at 5 p.m. to go for what I cannot stress enough was an hour and 50-minute train ride. It took us 150% longer than it should have, and that sucked. I was like, I didn't really care in the moment because I was just sort of like, well, I mean, there's nothing I can do. Like, I have to, like, we're stuck here, and that's just it. So, like, you know, until we get a new crew. I mean, we literally can't do anything. We can't get off the train. We can't. So I'm just like, you know, who cares? Like, it's out of my hands. So like, I wasn't really freaking out or anything. I was trying to make sure my partner was calm. So I'm like, I'm so sorry this is happening. I'm so sorry. We're like holding up friends. So they ate dinner without us, which they should have. I'm glad they did. And then we get there. We have like a leftover plate. Okay, I think I'm going the right way now. We get there and we have a leftover plate. And we're kind of, you know, it's okay. It's a lot of me meeting new people, and I'm like, I'm very stressed about stuff like that. I don't, I can do it for a little bit, but like for extended amounts of time, I'm just sort of like, I would prefer not to. So like, that's the other part of it, is I'm like, we're trapped in the train, but I'm also just like, I mean, the alternative is me going and talking to strangers. So I'm like, honestly, sitting in a pretty comfy train with my partner, I think that's the better alternative. Like, I'm hanging out with my favorite person. Like, we both have like or she brought her Switch, I brought my my phone, and I was just reading manga. I was reading Blue Box, for anyone who's curious. And I was just like, so, you know, it wasn't too bad. I think the only thing is, and it really didn't hit me in the day, but it hit me today. My knees were fucking killing me today because we were just sitting in like the fucking train seat for like 5 hours. So Friendsgiving goes well. The train has been really weird. Our return trip was delayed by an hour, and it was like the last train that was going to run that day. But like they kept like the time kept moving. Like the app kept showing like it was like the original time, and then it was delayed time, and then it was like it would be like 8:25, and then it would be 8:27, and they just like kept moving it back a couple minutes, and then we go to leave, and they finally update it one last time, and instead of being 8:27, it's like 8:21. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like, what do you mean? Like, what? You can't do this. You can't just like update it like this. So we had like left, given ourselves like exactly enough time to get there, and we did not make it. We get to the train, and it's already and it left 3 minutes ago. It had actually gotten there at 8:19, and then it left at like 8:21. So even earlier than like it had advertised before. And I'm like, I fucking hate you. Why couldn't you wait like 10 minutes at this fucking stop when your time is like all over the place? I was just like, I'm so fucking aggravated by it. But then there was another aspect to it where I was like, I don't like leaving travel plans and other people because I feel like I'm a little bit more neurotic with my travel stuff. And by that I mean like I would have been at that station at like 7:30. Like, I would not care if I had to leave. So the big thing was that like staying over this place was not an option because my partner has had a 5K in the morning and specifically has like a running event that like other people moved for them and like or that moved for her. So like she was both running a 5K and then going to do another running thing that people like specifically move for. I'm like, we need to be back. We can't stay over. And we were like, we're so fucked. Like so completely and utterly fucked. But luckily there was another couple there that actually ended up living pretty close to my partner. So we got a ride with them, but their car was kind of small and there were 5 of us total. And so we were pretty scrunched in. Hey, Zachary Albert, leave a comment if you're watching this video. So we were pretty scrunched in, and so like again my knees are like very like up against like the seat and like very like cramped, and then finally get home. I left my house at like 9:30 a.m. and I get home at like midnight, and I'm like just like all of the anxiety and stress just like released. I'm just like I want to just like be in the fetal position. It was so much. It was a lot. And even despite that, despite how much of it was and how out of my comfort zone I was and how much went wrong, I was like, it wasn't like a bad day. I was like, it's fine. I was like, which is, you know, a testament to my partner's choice and friends, but also just like, you know, I was happy just to relax. It was when I got home. And now today I have to record this video. But yeah, I was just like, it was just so much. It was such an insane day. And I'm just like, I've talked about this, and I'm going to talk about it again. I'm aware that I have sitcom luck, where like sometimes shit just happens to me, and I don't enjoy it. I don't like having this effect. I'm like, yeah, my train would get fucking stopped for 3 hours for no fucking reason. Yeah, that would happen to me. And I'm tired of being the main character. I don't want to be anymore. I was already so stressful. So, my plans for November are to do nothing for the rest of the month. That's not true. I have to vote on Tuesday, and then that's the last thing I have to do. I don't... So, like, the other aspect of this, too, is that when we get there, everyone is dressed up pretty nicely, and, like, we were not told that was the vibe ahead of time. We were told, like, oh, it's casual, just dress whatever. So I wore, like, a hoodie and jeans. And I was like, cool. I love hanging out with adults my own age where I'm the only one dressed in a hoodie and everyone else is dressed up. That doesn't make me feel bad at all. It doesn't make me feel, like, less than or anything. It's so cool. But then I am, like, pretty much okay with it at a certain point because I'm just like, whatever. Right? Like, I can't change anything. It's fine. But I was just like... kind of like, I already get on comfortable about Thanksgiving because it's a very family-oriented holiday. And as previously discussed, my family is not terrific. So, like, specifically Thanksgiving is one that always sticks with, is, like, my usual Thanksgiving plans are to literally do nothing. Like, to not talk to anyone for, like, 3 days. So, yeah. You certainly took your time. Though thanks that I got to take my time as well. I mean, I guess, yeah. Why? What is the crotch shot here? I've come up with a name for myself. Would you like to hear it? It's Botamon. It's a dumb name. I'll say it. That's a stupid name. I wonder if his wings curve like that because they can't make his model that big. What do you think? Isn't it elegant? Isn't it refined? Well, that's not much of a reaction. You ought to show the respect this occasion deserves. Ah, wait, that's right. I suppose it's because your life is nearly over. But, but don't you worry. You won't be alone. This whole world will go with you. There seems to be a huge base for the power I seek here, so I'm going to take all of it. Our goal is to swallow up all of this old darkness and mix it together into new dark powder. You humans know this well, don't you? The newest products always perform better. The old is the foundation for the new, such as its purpose. Don't you look puzzled? I don't think you understand when you see my power in action. I made this body first so that no one could escape me in this world after all. Though I did use whatever materials I had, there's certainly room for improvement. Now let's begin the banquet of blood, the feast of madness. I just feel like he would have that accent, by the way. It's just... Oh, Megamon, Broken D. Oh, Megamon, fight! Oh, Megamon, fight! Also, he's, level 80, huh? Also, why are they playing the Coliseum music here? I guess it is a pretty good theme. And you might not have, like, heard it if you didn't, get that far in the Coliseum. Oh, he just has Omnimon's animation. That's interesting. I thought he would take after Alter B, but I guess he doesn't. You're doing it! And this might be it. I'm just that jacked. Oh, this is definitely it. God, what a fun game. What a good last opponent, too, though. Oh, you know what's weird, though? Well, also, Darko Saunders, hey, thanks for subscribing. Leave a comment if you see this. But I was going to say, I don't think we saw Botamon randomized by anyone. I guess you don't really fight that many Ultras. There's a bunch of Ultras that I don't think come up in the game. Alright. Oh, okay. We just stand it? Okay.
Let me handle this.
That's not what he said. He said my name. Just in time. Oh, hell yeah. It'd be really cool if we got all the 7 Demon Lords here. It's interesting because Lucimon and Beelzemon are part of this, but not Barbamon, Leviamon, and Daemon, who have done nothing this game, or Lilithmon, I mean. I guess because these are like more fan favorites. Oh. Well, we can't miss this opportunity. Everyone, get in formation now. Well now, I believe I've seen some of these faces before. Pleasure to meet you, and goodbye. You're about to be wiped from this world. This should work. Follow my timing. How annoying. Oh well, here you go. This is quite the fucking squad, though. Like, this is pretty cool, and I wish we could see, like, an actual cutscene of it, not just, like, this. What's this? It didn't work? No! It worked. It just didn't work good enough. I guess he do be that powerful. Ugh, you monster! This is as far as you go. This is it. We were so close. No. Alas, I believe the party's ending. I'm a bit tired of all these guests. Though it was an enjoyable time, I got to make a backup of this body as well. I believe I'll retire for now. But I'm loath to give up easily, and I'm very patient if I do say so myself. Enjoy your moment of peace until the next party begins. Ha 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 ha. Is this how this story ends? Does he just fuck off? It vanished. Did it get away? Another minute and we would have defeated it. Don't get greedy. We succeeded for now. We drove them off, didn't we? Hey, they're back. Huh? The party. Look at this crowd. Nobody doesn't want to lose someone. What's the occasion? You don't remember? Never mind. We'll tell you later. I don't remember what voice I gave Piedmon. Nice work, Nick. Let's head back to town. I guess are they really saying that he's so powerful that like we didn't actually defeat him and then he just fucked off? Or is there like another day? My, how did things end up like this? Even I, my oldest mon was defeated. You're the weakest one in this room. What do you mean? How grateful we are for you for returning our bodies to us. You said they created a backup. Yes. Better get ready for the next time we have to fight Bolt Battlemon. We got a struggle ahead of us. Really think it'll be that bad? I know I'm done with parties for a while. Oh, Himari, Koda, you're back to normal? Thankfully so. I guess I might go if it was a real party. Haha, well, a welcome back party for you two wouldn't be so bad. Oh, let's do it. Well, shall we use my place? Thanks, I'm good. Somewhere in this town sounds fine. Alright, anywhere's fine as long as you're all there. Hope we all can out Bolt Battlemon as one of our fellow townspeople someday. I mean, anyone will join. Through the power of friendship. Yeah, me too, Nick, Mr. Mameo. Clear the add-on scenario from the Malevolent Fist. Is that really it? That feels so anticlimactic. What happens if I go back in here? What happens if I go out here? Let me look up a guide for this. Just make sure there's not like more. Because I truly don't remember. Malevolent. Oh no, I have to spell malevolent. Malevolent. I sounded it out. Fist. Digimon World from the Malevolent Fist. Oh, it's just in the PlayStation Store. It's the listing. Hold on. Can't start from the Malevolent Fist. Can't start. Can't start. Help. Oh my God. Malevolent Fist. I wonder if this is in a guide anywhere. I guess. No, I think this should be. This should be right. Maybe I can't find this. There has to be info on this somewhere. Digimon World Next Order Guide. Cool, don't be slow, please. Here we go. Walk through. Which one has more? Which one's updated more? This one? Okay, we'll go for this one. X scenarios. From the Malevolent Fist. Your Digimon introduces itself, starts on, and you clear. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I guess that's it, huh? That's kind of anticlimactic. It is pretty cool, though. I really do like that DLC. I like what they do with the teleporting stuff. I like what they do with the with Bolt Botamon as a character. I think he was good. He was threatening. Yeah, I think it was all pretty good. Gamers, we're at the end, and I just want to say once again, truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you so much for letting me do this. This was so much fun. Like I said in one of the earlier parts, it's so cool that I got like a perfect intersection of like, I really like this game, I really like this cool mod for it, and it's really popular on YouTube. It is so rare that all of those line up at once, and I'm so happy that we got to do it. Once again, I've done a couple other things that you should probably check out. All of it's on my main YouTube channel, like homepage. I've collected all the Digimon games I've played, some just to wet the whistle. Cyber Sleuth Randomized was really good. Digimon World 1 Randomized was really good. I've done a couple of those. Lots of Pokemon content, lots of Yu-Gi-Oh content, lots of other random series, doing some Platinums hunting and stuff like that too. There's a little something for everyone. As I mentioned before, I'm starting... I'm just going to do this so the music still plays. I'm starting Digimon World... or no, Digimon Story Hacker's Memory randomized. There are 7 parts recorded if you want to watch those right now. Part 1 should be out later this week if you're watching this live. I'm going to try and do the WonderSwan games as well because I think those are cool because I don't think anyone has like really seen them. I think you've heard about them. Like we all know Ryo just randomly appears in Digimon Tamers, but what if we saw his origin story? I think that's pretty cool. I'm definitely going to focus... I'm trying to focus more on Digimon stuff recently. I always have, to an extent. I always know it does well, but I want to focus more on it because it seems like that's what people want me to do. So it makes sense to me. So go on and give some of those old playthroughs a watch. Watch the new playthroughs as well. I am probably going to do Season 2 of this within a couple months, maybe. I usually take bigger breaks between these, but I would just like love to play another brand new randomizer of this. I'll try and do it like a harder version of it, or mix it up a little bit. I think that'll be fun, but I gotta let it breathe a little bit first. One other thing I want to tell you guys is that I mentioned it before, but I'm gonna do something called the birthday streams. So when this comes out, it should be like the first week of November. My birthday is December 20th, and on my birthday, and probably for every day until the first day of the new year, because I'm turning 32, if you're watching the streams, for every $32 donated, the stream gets longer. And last year, as I mentioned, it lasted until April. So I don't know what it's going to be like this time. I know I'm cutting things off, and once the 1st of January, there's no more donations. So if you want to see me stream, I've done a couple of streams while this has been recorded. I don't do that many very often. This changes it, so I do it almost every day. So if you want to see some of that, stick around. Watch around in December. Should be a good time. I think that covers everything. Again, I cannot state enough how grateful I am to everyone who's joined this. Please leave a comment if like this was your first series and you made it all the way through, because I'm very, very curious to see the people who do that. But yeah, I'll do a season 2 of this eventually. I don't know how long. I'm doing Hacker's Memory right now. I'll probably, at bare minimum, finish that before I do another randomizer in this. I'm going to check out the Digimon, Pokemon, Fire Red, Emerald, and trading card hacks that have been made. Those are supposed to be pretty good. Like I said, the Wonder Swan games. Probably go back to and try that Rumble Arena mod that like adds a bunch of cards. Someone recently just pointed out to me that Digimon World 2 randomizer has just been created, and it also like allows like tweaking XP and stuff like that. So I'm definitely gonna check that out. I think it also works with the alternative mod, which is really cool. There's so much Digimon content that I still have to do. That's all coming up. I hope you enjoy it. Hey, you know what? One last time, if you haven't subscribed. If you're some kind of sick fuck who hasn't subscribed, you're on part 37. Did you watch 37 videos of these, probably over like 45 hours, and haven't subscribed? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're a sick piece of shit, you know that? Subscribe, you fucking freaker. What's it gonna take to get you to subscribe, you absolute fucking jackass? Jesus Christ, is this how you live your life? Subscribe, you stupid piece of shit. Anyway. Be sure to like the video. I think you can do that even if you already subscribed. And yeah, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. It's been so much fun. I don't want to go. All right. Thank you guys. It's been truly one of, if not my favorite playthrough on this channel, and it's been so delightful. Thank you guys so much. One last little quick one. If you really liked this and you've got some spare cash and you're like, and you want to see my videos early, it's $2. It's $2 a month. I don't think that's crazy. Some people do. It's optional. You don't have to do it. The videos are going to come out regardless. Like, but if you did want to, if you're like, you know, I could help contribute to making this guy like a more successful YouTuber and like bumping up his channel and stuff like that, that's a thing you can do. And as I mentioned before, share this playthrough. If you see people talking about Next Order, if you see people talking about like a randomizer or something, be like, oh, I actually watched a really good playthrough by this dude. You can link them part 1, or you can link them the playlist link. I think that's the best way to help the channel grow. All those liking, commenting, that helps the algorithm. Subscribing also as well. Sharing it is really good because that's how we get new viewers. Becoming a member, so YouTube is like, oh shit, that guy's a lot of members. Maybe there's something with this dude. We should maybe help him out a little bit more. It also helps the algorithm. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. If you made it to the end, celebrate in the fucking comments. Go, let's go, I was here. And I'll see you guys next time. In the next series, be sure to watch Hacker's Memory randomized later this week. Some of you have probably clicked out by now, but I wanted to do a little rant at the end. Okay, I love you all. Goodbye.